Alright, so we're gonna do some Blood Bowl replay. Let me get this going. Right now I only have the camera on, but I will have the game up. Right now I am gonna just do the replays. I never do the actual game because, you know, it takes too long and boring. That's okay though. Hey, that means it's gonna be a lot faster for you. Alright, replays up. I do know the score because obviously I see it, but I have not seen the game. So here we go. Alright, so I'm going to turn back on Blood Bowl 2. There you go. Should be able to see it now. Hey. Alright, so what's going on, guys? This is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with a first season of the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs. And it is going to be between a couple of great teams. Dark Elves versus Wood Elves, yes. And we are definitely going to see probably a very high-flying one. Dark Elf team coached by Zippy75 CL Antibats, and he will be facing off against a Wood Elf team coached by Katarek, I think. Katarek Ofe Mo Moamal. So that's right there. I do believe, ooh, star player here, Eldril Sidewinder is going to be playing here for this Wood Elf team, I do believe. Wow, that's a huge one. So I do believe the team name in French does mean do your worst. So, in fact, I hope the Dark Elves do their worst today because I am rooting for them. I am a Dark Elf Puritan, so I just can't help but root for Dark Elves. I can't help it. Plus, they are playing against my nemesis, Wood Elves. I hate Wood Elves, especially when I'm playing Dark Elves. So hopefully the Dark Elves will win today. That's what we're going for, but he's going to have his work cut out for him. It appears that the Dark Elf team did choose to kick off to the Wood Elf team. And so the Wood Elves will have their first favor. And here he does have that tree with +1 in movement allowance and grab with guard. Look at that tree. So now when he does get hit down or bashed down with the tree, then no problem. He can just get up and he doesn't even need to get the roll or anything like that. So that is the really nice thing about having +1 movement allowance for that tree, man. And there we go. Perfect defense for this Dark Elf team. Definitely going to need it. Yeah, look at that. These War Dancers for the Wood Elf team is not really that leveled up, but there is going to be a difference in team value for the Wood Elf team versus this Dark Elf team. So it appears that we're going to have a Wizard, Bribe, Eldril Sidewinder on the side of the pitch here, but not without his weapons. CL Antibats is going to start off with his Wizard for today's match to pretty much counteract the Wizard of the Wood Elf team. So both teams here are going to be utilizing that to great effect. The Fireball will definitely be a little bit more difficult to handle for the Wood Elf teams. They do have that armor value 7. It is going to be a 50% chance for the Fireballs to actually land, but if it does land, then that lower armor value could actually produce a lot more devastating effect with the Fireball usage. And here we go. We're going to turn off and on the skills periodically. I'm going to turn them off for right now, but we're going to take a look at it a little bit later on. It appears that the Wood Elf team is going to float back. He's just going to play back a little bit, and I'm actually going to switch the sides here. I usually like to have the offense at the bottom and then the defense at the top. So we're going to switch the views there. There we go. And really, it's to kind of see the offensive maneuvering a little bit better. That's just the way I like to roll. And it appears now that he is going to go and blitz down the edge. Nice thing about Eldril Sidewinder, he does have that hypnotic gaze, and so it's almost like a free blitz. And what it does is that if it does go off successfully, it will make the opponent drop all of his tackle zones as if he's a boneheaded personnel, and then you can just walk right past him without any big deal. It only lasts that moment. And so in the next bit, he can't just move out of it. Now, if he doesn't do anything, then he still is going to be under effects of the hypnotic gaze. So you definitely, if you're going to be playing against the hypnotic gaze, you want to move that character, do something with them so that he doesn't stay in that hypnotic gaze and he regains his tackle boxes. And it appears he has the Wood Elf team. He's just going to go around the side. He's going to avoid any real confrontations here up in the center. He's going to go around the side and maybe threaten a quick touchdown. Witch Elf does have that tackle ability with that sidestep and the block for her, and so it's definitely going to be in good position to take out some of these guys here with the Defender Stumbles, and will get the Defender Stumbles and hit down this really lethal catcher with that sprint ability. probably the next bit is going to be the sure feat, right? He's going to go and surround up this other catcher here. That's going to be making off to the left side. And that is going to be it for the Wood Elf team. Dark Elves just need to just hit down anyone that gets past them. And should be okay. It looks like the Wood Elf team is going to play a little conservative. Keep his lineman with that +1 in agility. He's got 2 strength, but you know, it doesn't matter. He's got that strong arm, though. He might have 2 strength, but he could definitely add some range to him. Pretty good stuff here. Player adds 1 to D6 when passes short, long, or bomb range. So that's pretty good stuff. Can definitely throw it a lot deeper than a lot of the other folks. And he's going to go and dodge out. Going to get away from that tree, man. And he's going to make it out of there alive. Going to be keeping everything. And that is exactly what the Dark Elf team is going to do here today. It looks like it's going to be take root for that tree, man. And that is going to be it. So Dark Elf team doesn't even need to worry about the treatment anymore. Here we go, Hypnotic Gaze, and it will be a failure, and that's going to be too bad there. With this Hypnotic Gaze, it is a -1 to the modifier to actually get his gaze off, and it looks like Super Magic Power Man. It's going to KO, and going to drop one of Dark Elf team. That's okay, though. Blitzer with Blodge. Not a big one. And that will help out the Wood Elf team, keeping his offense alive. Dark Elves will be reduced down 1 personnel, and so definitely Wood Elves at this moment should actually be able to make his touchdown with great ease. It's a question of when he wants to score it. Does he actually want to just hold the ball in the backfield and then make his move towards the touchdown area in quick succession, or does he want to just hold the ball, buy this time, and then score it? And it looks like here the Apothecary is going to be used, and it will be the kick and tackle with the Dauntless personnel. So Anti-Bat Commander is going to be saved, and it will be coming back in the next bit, but that does reduce the Dark Elves down to 2 here, and so he will have 9 players on the pitch against 11 of the Wood Elves. And if the scoring wasn't any easier, it is definitely going to be a lot easier at this moment with that tackle and dodge. Looks like he's going to use that re-roll, and yes, he's going to get away with it. Start out with a 4 re-rolls here, and Wood Elf team will not get away yet again. Trying to dodge through. Doesn't want to stay between these 2 guys. I don't blame them right here. But unfortunately, he's not going to go too far there. And now the Dark Elf team on defense. He's going to go and try to make some mincemeat. Wood Elf team. Go Darkies! And yeah, there we go. Defender down. He's going to hit him down. And that's about it. No injuries here. Come on. Eldritch Sidewinder. Really good star player. I really love him a lot. Armor value 7 though, that's probably his weak point, but still, he is a huge force to reckon with for the Dark Elf team today. And I'm really liking the Wood Elf team chances here. So I did do a preliminary game analysis and predictions, and so I did say that I like the Dark Elf team. A little bit biasness, but still, you know, I do like the Dark Elf team. A bunch of his guys does have the tackle ability, whereas the Wood Elf team, I do believe only this War Dancer does have that tackle ability, and so it will be a little bit more difficult to stifle the Dark Elf team because just about everybody on his team has Blodge, and so with that, it will be a little bit more difficult for him to keep continuously taking down the Dark Elf team, and so he's going to have a lot of his guys up, and if I was really the Dark Elf team, I would just kind of do what I'm doing at this moment, is just stay base to base with them because of the Blodge ability, not too much tackle against the Wood Elf team. I would just get base to base with them, force them to make these dodge rolls, and then after that, capitalize when he does fail the ones eventually, and then take the ball down, and then go the other way with it. That would be my strategy here today if I was the Dark Elf player. And I do believe that is going to be what he's going to be looking to do. And the Wood Elf team, again, just going to be hanging back. He does have his War Dancer back here for security. Ball's going to move up every chance he gets. Dark Elves, though, with his numbers being reduced down to, I guess, you know, it is going to be working a little bit against him because if he does go base to base, as you can see here, it looks like the Dark Elf team is going to be the ones paying more of the price, getting a casualty and a KO on his side. And right there, that's actually not the way. That's not the way you really want to start off. So on defense, I'm just going to put on these skills here so that people can kind of see what's going on. For you guys at home that want to see this, and it looks like we're going to get a Frenzy and Defender down dice. That's going to be great here. Anytime you can try and take down the side, Eldritch Sidewinder, he should. There we go. maybe think about getting a foul on him. I don't know. He is a really dangerous piece, but elves aren't too renowned for that fouls, but would actually be nice for him to get out this Eldritch Sidewinder. Really big worry. Does not want to get by that tree. He's going to stay back. Hit down yet another one, and Wood Elves are really having a charmed life here. No big injuries as of yet. Armor value 7 is not that weak, but it is definitely a lot weaker than armor value 8, and looks like Dark Elves are going to be the ones suffering more of that. As pointed out a little bit earlier, looks like here Wood Elves are going to be driving yet again. Dark Elves are dropping back even more and more. Not even going to be threatening the ball carrier either, but I guess really because you're going to be down in numbers 9 to 11 at this moment, then you're not going to go and do that. War Dancer is going to go and hit down, and he's actually going to be concentrating on the Dark Elves' weakest link, and it is going to be the switch out with the armor value 7. Will get a defender down die, and every time he's pretty much blitzing with this War Dancer, Rillinir, and so he is going to be the one that's going to make all the hits so far. And so far so good. He does have a bribe on his side, so we might see a foul here done on the switch out if he's able to maybe take down a couple of more guys here. Actually, still should actually be able to do so here. He's got a whole bunch of players to actually make this foul. Maybe coming up pretty soon. Looks like the Wood Elves, though, they're signaling that they're going to be content holding the ball here in the 4th round. And yes, here comes the foul straight away. As I said, there we go, and not going to be missing a chance here. It's going to go and foul it. Witch Elf, though, is going to survive, and now a missed dodge with that tackle ability sitting on top of him. Won't actually be able to use his dodge ability, and going to fail that dodge yet again. Won't actually be able to get this guy out of danger, and so he's definitely going to get hit. Like I said, 4 or 5 people here on the Dark Elf team with the tackle ability. Find a little bit of armor break, though, stun, though, and that's not going to be good enough. But with the rounds ticking down to round 5, it's looking a little bit better, but he definitely needs to get more injuries upon the Wood Elf bodies if he's going to have any hope in the long run of taking down this Wood Elf team. That is the key here. As we have seen in the last match, Wood Elf team, you got to foul, you got to hit, you got to maim, and you got to kill these bastards if you have a chance of even remotely winning the game. And there we go. That's going to start off with the right footing here, and that is going to be a nice one there. It's going to be the wrestle and dodge piece lineman, and that, my friends, is the start of something great. So it's going to be 10-9 now on the pitch, and with that, defense should be able to hold a little bit better. But we'll see if he's going to be able to get some more injuries in. I don't think he will be, judging about how everything is going to go, but still, Wood Elves, they can definitely score it pretty much at a drop of a hat still. And I do believe, though, the Wood Elves are going to hold. They're probably going to make a score around maybe the 7th round, something like that. Since he is going to be playing against a Dark Elf team, they are pretty quick on their feet and also can make the passes pretty well. And so, therefore, we're going to see a pass done at the 7th, maybe even the 8th round, and to get his 1-0 score on his possession half straight away. And there we go. More fouls is going to be done. Didn't use that bribe in the last bit, and he's still not going to use it. And Lanolin Lady, she's going to get stunned for that. No big injuries, and you can only do 1 foul per turn, so no more fouls are going to be committed upon her. But now the Dark Elves are going to see that the Witch Elf is in a little bit of trouble. Dark Elves is going to definitely need to come by and maybe give it a little saving grace here. Put some help in, put some elbows into these Wood Elves that are standing right here, then maybe get in and hurt them. That would be really nice here. Really nice. Tackle ability. Dark Elf is going to stay on this catcher here, but only going to have 1 guy there, and it's just going to be a push. So he's going to re-roll very offensively. Still just going to be a block, and that War Dancer is going to be wiping his brow on that one. Defender down die, and it will be against this lineman. Didn't even get it on that War Dancer. Supposed to take out these War Dancers. Come on, Darkies, you have to play like your life depends on it, and it does. That's what I tell my Dark Elves whenever I play them. Your life depends on it, and you better damn well take them down. You better damn well take it down, especially against the hated Wood Elves. Looks like, though, he's going to take out center and going to be freeing up some of the catchers. Again, I don't think he's going to make the pass here on the round of 6. He's just going to go and make it to where it's a little bit easier to get off the pass. Dark Elves are going to see that he's going to be having just one guy in the backfield covering these two here, or one guy per, and that won't be enough in the long run. Looks like the ball is going to be moved up. I don't see a pass anytime soon, but seeing how it is going to be turn 6, he's going to be making his move. He's going to cut the field a little bit so that just in case he has all of his receivers covered, he can run it in himself, and that would be okay. But again, I don't see him making his move until the next round, or quite possibly the 8th round. So he's actually going to be screening off this left side, and a fireball is going to be used here, and that's actually a really good spot. A bunch of really key players in this center. He's got a War Dancer there and Eldritch Sidewinder right here, but unfortunately only going to have one of those guys taking out in injury. I'm going to pause it real quick. I'm going to see which one got that KO, and it was only a KO. It was against the catcher, Fiamar, actually. And that will be great, but not going to be good enough, and so a little bit of a waste here for that wizard. Not a waste of usage, but the overall outcome for it, not the best here for the Dark Elf team, and that's extremely unfortunate. Not going to be able to take down this other catcher, and so now the Wood Elves has a real shot at getting this touchdown. Dark Elves are going to see that, hey, we better get on these guys. And will the Wood Elves hold it for yet one more round? I don't know. I really think they are going to, because again, the Dark Elves, they themselves can definitely make a 2-turn touchdown with relative ease. And he's going to jump in there. Oh, yes, and he's going to make the move in there and get the tackle off. Remember, he's only got 2 strength, so only needs one of the Dark Elves to make it back there. He does get that ball out, and perfect spot here. Witch Elf is going to just mark the ball up, not wanting to risk the go for it roll, and we're possibly going to see yet another person dodge through a bunch of tackle zones yet again and try to get to the ball, and unfortunately does not get there. Back-to-back ones and the KO, and that will be it here. So a little bit of conservative play. I kind of like a little bit. Look, if you're going to dodge through all those tackle zones and hit that ball out, and unfortunately though, the scatter was a really far scatter, and it was not a close scatter. Luckily for the Wood Elf team though, because the Witch Elf would have definitely been able to pick that ball up, no problemo, and that would have been it. So sidestep, we're going to see that Witch Elf move out and get hit, stunned on that hit as well, and the ball is going to be down, but now the Wood Elves are using a couple of guys here to actually get that ball and pick it up and get the possession. Wood Elves aren't going to be scoring it as of yet. Looks like some ones on the dive, but no problem. Eldro, he's got dodge as well as that block ability, hypnotic gaze, and all that other great stuff. Here comes the screen right here, but the Dark Elves, they can play some LBS and definitely can jump through and get the hit on. He does have that extra agility, so we should see a Dark Elf probably jump through and try to stop this touchdown incoming in the next bit there. Both down die. Not going to be good enough, and I do believe here the Dark Elves are going to play pretty aggressively. We're going to see a blitz here, I think, on the ball carrier. No, okay, so no, we're going to see it on the War Dancer instead, and I like that play as well, but it does mean that the Wood Elves are going to have a lot easier time of taking down the touchdown in the coming moment. So, okay, here we go. Wood Elves needs to prove it though. He's going to have to make a few dodges there to actually get through. And let's see which way he's going to go here. We're going to say which way is the Wood Elf team going to go. He's got plenty of options actually. He could just kind of dodge his catcher away here, and then after that, you know, get this hit in right there. And if he still doesn't get him down, well then that's no problem. He could still get a blitz off here with Eldritch Sidewinder and then be able to get him even out of there. Or actually, he doesn't even need to get the blitz in. He could just come around with Eldritch Sidewinder, get the hypnotic gaze off, and then come around and then throw it to the catcher over here. That's going to maybe make the touchdown. So plenty of ways here that could be done here. Hypnotic gaze is going to be used, and it will be successful, and that's actually the right way to go here. He's going to start off with the hypnotic gaze so that if he does fail it, then he still has to hit, and that would be pretty good. He still would be able to hit him right there. But he's going to start off with the hypnotic gaze, and he will drop the tackle zones. Again, he should be able to dodge away, no problem, and then get in the back of the end zone. Meanwhile, this guy right there should be able to get the little pitch and catch to the other man and get that touchdown after this little hit here against Catboy. Looks like it's going to be a blitz. Yes, he's going to go and take down this man right there. And all he needs is a push, but he gets the tackle anyways. Sidestep is going to make him get right there, and it's going to be opening up a huge lane. Catcher should be able to move out and get the touchdown. Choose your poison. Pick your poison here, and it's going to be an easy pitch and catch here. And he does have the +1 agility, so this is just like a short pass. 2 or better into a 2 or better catch. Dedel, he's going to get that touchdown here. 1-0 for the Wood Elves. And boy, oh boy, we got a good one. Dark Elf Toe, he's going to have his turn to actually get a bunch of hits in before the halftime. And we're going to see this. Maybe even a riot might come out. Who knows? Let's go ahead and fast forward this kickoff and get to the action. I love getting to the action. Wood Elves is going to stick all those guys in the backfield. No need to worry too much about a one-turner. And truthfully, if you're going to really stop a one-turner, you definitely want to make it to where you're stepping right there so that it makes one extra dodge into the touchdown area. That would be choice. But it looks like Dark Elves, he's going to line up all of his guys in the front and get the hit off. And that's it. He's actually hoping for a, real big injury against one of these linemen. Anytime you can reduce down the Wood Elf team, you definitely want to do it here. And even if it's against a 0 SVP lineman, that is awesome because they're always going to be a big threat. So it looks like he's going to have perfect defense. He's going to just shuffle his 3 guys around, and that will be it. He's going to be forced to use his linemen here, but I do believe just about everybody with that block ability, and he should be okay. Looks like on the kickoff, he's going to be getting the ball in the nice little backfield, and these linemen are going to get hit, and I do believe we're going to see a tree man fall down for the first time today. And there we go. He's going to get that hit off guard. And no big injuries. Come on now. No big injuries. We're probably not going to see a foul here. Dark Elves aren't the one that owns this bribe or anything like that. Tree man, though, he's going to get that hit in. He does have Dauntless, so he could just hit in easily. And there we go. Gonna get that tree. Hey, you never know. You might get a 11 plus. And it was a 9 on that armor value break. And that's it. Oh, is he? Oh, it looks like he is setting up to do a foul. And I don't like this. I don't like this at all here. He does have 30 player, and that's what 30 player is for. So might as well. But I think instead of doing it on a tree, doing it on one of the linemen would have been a little bit of a better choice here, because that tree man, I mean, it's really inconsequential. I mean, it's not a big deal. Dark Elves can easily dodge away from the tree man at all times, just like he did in the first half. The tree man, he just got that one hit in the beginning, and that's it. So I mean, I just don't like that. I mean, the chances of you getting 11 better, even with 30 player and all the assists with that foul, it's just the chances of that really working out well for you is not really good at all. But hey, I would definitely be eating my words if that foul did actually go off, no problem, right? Oh boy. Okay, so here we go, guys. 1-0 for the Wood Elf team. For those of you joining me now, it is going to be the Dark Elf team's possession. As you can see on the sideline, one lineman with the wrestle and dodge. KO. Other wrestle and dodge lineman still going to be continuing to stay out of the match. KO'd runner, and that's a big deal here because that is the main ball carrier for the Dark Elf team. So another person is going to have to take up the mantle and be the ball carrier, and it appears that it's going to be one of these guys back here. But man, what a big miss, because that runner is a really great ball carrier with that accurate ability, and it looks like perfect defense for the Wood Elves. But looks like he's got the sure hands, he's got the dodge and the accurate, and even more so, he's got that dump off ability. So he's a really dangerous runner to play against, because he can run the ball himself and in the last moment just dump it off to somebody if you're going to make a desperation blitz. But no problem. Dark Elves can still live without him, but it would definitely have been a lot better if he was around, especially that accurate ability to just hook the ball down the pitch at any moment's notice and then be able to get his own touchdown. Let's go ahead and switch back to view. Dark Elves are going to start off at the bottom side. I just like having offense in the bottom. I don't know. That's just me. Let's go ahead and take out the skills real quick as we see the Dark Elves use their offensive prowess. Again, these front linemen is going to get hit. A bunch of the Dark Elves with tackle. And I did say that I like the Dark Elves here for this game because of the myriad of tackle ability on his side, but it appears that with no wizard usage here in the first half and the bribe not used, it is looking more and more like the Wood Elves are going to be able to take this game and have their win against the Dark Elf team. Already earlier, if you guys have seen the match already, I've casted that match already. We did see a Wood Elf team play already, and the Wood Elf team, boy, should have been able to win that one, but unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. Hey, that's good though. Those Wood Elves. Hey, you know, I have to say that the Wood Elves, they are, what is it? They are going to be, well, they got 2 races representing them, and there's only 1 Dark Elf. One of them is already out of the match. And so this Wood Elf team, pretty much their last bastion there. Au fait moi mal. I don't know, I'm pretty much killing that. I know that. My French is just horrible. And you'd think I would be really good at French, right? Coming up in a French-ish town, right? Come on. Alright, so here we go. And it looks like the Wood Elves, you know, truthfully all they need to do is make sure that no Dark Elves make it past the line of scrimmage and they're okay, but ooh, a foul was actually prevented by that missed dodge, so he was actually going to come in there and get the foul off against El Demonico there, and luckily back-to-back one saved that foul, so Dark Elves, whoo, no problem. Could be 1 turn less that he doesn't need to worry about that foul caused upon his body. And here we go. A little bit of a miscue here. Looks like the Wood Elf lineman is going to find himself a little bit too close to the edge, and not missing a beat is going to go and surf out that lineman. No major injury caused by the crowd though. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen, for being a little bit not as lethal against the Wood Elves. Sigh. But anyways, nonetheless, that is still going to be 1 less Wood Elf on the pitch, and that does mean the Dark Elves are going to have a slightly easier time taking down these Wood Elves. He's going to use that wrestle, and he's got that +1 in strength as well, so that is pretty nice here for the Dark Elves. Take away skill real quick, and we're going to see how these Dark Elves are going to be maneuvering. And I do believe it's going to have an extra guy upon Eldril's Sidewinder, and he will get the hit in, but unfortunately, the one getting the hit in is not going to be a tackle personnel. Only going to get that push here, a shove against Eldril's Sidewinder, and that's it. Now it is the Wood Elves, and it looks like he's going to go and attempt to come around the left side. Dark Elves are going to be pushing the ball up the pitch, and maybe think about scoring it. Maybe. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea against this highly offensive Wood Elf team, or high-powered offense, I really mean to say. No, they're offensive. Oh, hate them so much. I got so much hate for the Wood Elf, sorry. Okay, alright, no. I'll put that aside for just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put that aside. I promise you. Okay, so here we go. Eldril's Sidewinder is going to go back there and cut off any real threat along this right side. Foul is going to be caused. Not too many assists on there, but definitely wants to get that going. And no call, no foul, so no harm. No harm, no foul. And now the Wood Elves are going to be placing his guys. He's not going to stand face to face against the Dark Elf team. He's just going to go get all his guys out of the way, out of danger, and then just wait and see which way the Dark Elves are going to go, and that's going to be a pretty smart thing to do. Again, like I said in the beginning of the match, I really like how the Dark Elves, a lot of his teams here, with that Blodge ability, and only one of the other personnel here is going to have the tackle ability, and it's only going to be that War Dancer as well, so it's going to be a lot more difficult for the Wood Elves to take down the Dark Elf player. And so if it was me, and I was playing the Dark Elves, I would definitely play a lot more aggressively against this Wood Elf team. Get a little bit more base to base, because the probabilities say that you are going to have a lot higher chance of getting the hit on the Wood Elves and not the other way around. And if they do dodge away and not stay base to base with you guys, then that's going to be more rolls that the other team is going to have to do. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, would be what I would do if I was playing the Dark Elves at this moment. But looks like those Dark Elves, he's going to play silent, and he's going to play a little bit off here. A couple of guys, though, is going to be touching the Wood Elves, but again, it has not been working out exactly as planned. The Wood Elves, though, did get an injury, and the APO was used already for the Dark Elf team, whereas the Wood Elves, no necessarily, no need for the APO as of yet. So with that, Wizard, Bribe, APO still in hand, and with the second half dwindling down, I really just don't like the Dark Elf prospects in the long run here. Although I did predict him to win. I know I did. And looks like he's going to continue to hit that armor value 7 Witch Elf. And definitely is the way to go. And will be able to take her down with the KO. And it's going to be a really good piece here to take out, because that Witch Elf has tackle, has block, and the sidestep. So a very dangerous piece is going to go out with that armor value 7. And definitely one of the biggest reasons why you don't want to have a Witch Elf too early. A lot of people like to take the Witch Elf early, but that just makes her a target. And since she does cost 120,000 to purchase, then it makes her a serious target to reckon with. Looks like the Bribe is going to be used here, and it's going to be a stun, so that's going to be pretty nice here for the Wood Elves, and the Dark Elves will take that any day. Any day you see all these assists happen and there's a foul and it just causes a stun, that, my friends, is great. And with the Bribe going to be out, we're probably not going to see any more fouls done by this Wood Elf team, and that is going to be very, very good here for this Dark Elf team. And that, now, the Wizard is going to be the last usage, and I feel like the Dark Elves are going to be caging up pretty hard, as you can see. And maybe kind of saying, you know what, maybe baiting out the Wizard use. Maybe, I don't know. That's a little bit dangerous. But I guess at this moment, the Dark Elf is playing like, you know what, I'm not afraid of the Wizard. I'm just gonna know and hope for everything here for the best, and be okay with whatever happens. And look how many Dark Elves are going to be here in this 3x3 area. We got 5 Dark Elves, and boy, if I was the Wood Elf, I would really consider it. There we go. Here we go. Yes, he's going to use it, and he's going to use it a little bit higher than what I would have used it for. I think in this 3x3 area, and boy, this is another bad fireball. A really good usage, but a bad fireball roll yet again. Only one guy being taken down on 50% chances, and then it didn't even cause an injury. Just, not even a stun, just a knockdown, and that's it. That's terrible, but that does mean now that the Wood Elves might be able to have a chance against the ball carrier, and he does. He gets the 1 die, and he's going to have to re-roll that. He's going to get the both down, and that, my friends, is going to be a little bit of a waste here. Wood Elves using that Wizard and the Bribe at the same turn, and the tables have steadily turned now. Dark Elves have a really good shot at definitely drawing and pushing this into overtime, and then if he does get the favor of the overtime ball possession, then he should be able to get the win. He is now in a much better position than he was 1 turn ago. So really bad Wizard play here. I mean, it was a good use, but the Wizard did not work out as planned, unfortunately. And there we go, KO, and the tides are turning. That is really huge. Wrestle gonna take out that War Dancer sitting there in front of his man, and will be able to get that hit here. Tackle ability again. I love all the tackle for the Dark Elf team. Will be able to take down the Wood Elves, and that does mean more armor value break rolls and more chances of taking them down. And unfortunately, not working out so far, but there, he does get that stun on this War Dancer, and the Dark Elves is actually going to hold the ball here for just another couple of turns. Not in any real hurry at this moment now. Wizard used. He's not afraid any longer. Definitely not afraid. Here we go. So now the Wood Elves, his turn now to try to stop him, but with both the War Dancers down and no real follow-up, even if he does somehow get that ball out with this lead coming up, I don't see how he can really follow up here. with this. So he's going to try to leap in there, and he does get the leap here. Does get the 1 die block. He gets the defender down die, but I don't know. It really depends on the scatter here, and the scatter goes in a... Oh, that's a really good spot here for this Wood Elf team. That is a really good spot. And he should actually be able to maybe get some play on it, but a missed dodge there will end any hopes, along with an injury. In fact, I do believe we're going to see an Apothecary maybe. No, actually no. He's not going to use it. Okay. So he's not going to use it. I think Apothecary might have been used there, but that's okay. It was in lineman with no SVP, so of course not a necessity, but the reason why I was saying that maybe he might use it is because keep the guys in. But you know, I forget he's got a big bench, so never mind. No Apothecary use is going to be necessary. So I take it back. That was a bad call there. But you know, nonetheless, Dark Elf's going to have a real easy time at getting to the ball. Just needs to get it against one tackle zone. No problem. He should actually be able to do it. He's still going to have a couple of re-rolls, and so a good chance of getting that ball out of there. No big deal. Defender down die. And Wood Elves are in all kinds of trouble now. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elves on the pitch with the tree. And truthfully, Dark Elves, again, the armor value 8 with the blotch ability for everyone is really winning out here. And there we go. He's going to go give the handoff to this Blitzer Android Dolphin. And he's going to make his way and get that to the back left. And I don't know if he's out of range of the other guys there. And if anybody misses a dodge here, then that would be it for this Dark Elf possession. But it looks like he's going to cover the backside. I don't know. Well, he's just 2 strength, so it would be a 2 red die block, I think, if he gets over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's just going to be able to just touch. He's going to be able to touch the ball carrier, and that is it. Did go for one, and there we go. He's just going to touch him, and that's it. So it looks like Dark Elves, he's going to be looking to score it pretty soon. And with that, miss go for it roll, and I don't see him re-rolling that. No, he does re-roll it, and that is it. So that's... And he actually went here. He could have actually tried for the Hypnotic Gaze and make him drop that ball, but unfortunately, either way, he's going to be missing that, and it looks like a signal. Actually, if he gets down this Wood Elf, then we might not see him score it, but I do believe that he's going to score it. 3-die block, just going to be a push. Can't believe that. And just a push here, and he's got a leap as well. So a 3-die block, yes, he's going to do it with the ball carrier even, and so that does signal that he's going to hold the ball for that one more round, but with that KO, will mean that he's a little bit more safe from anything, and with that stun to Eldril Sidewinder, I do believe everybody is again out of range, and he should be able to maybe get down this War Dancer. Yes, he does, and look at these great die. Doesn't even need that tackle ability, right? He's got it. He's got it under lock and key. Absolutely. So here we go. He's going to have his Dark Elf. I'd bring over one extra guy, maybe. Move out the way, man. Don't stand by that tree, buddy. Oh, he's going to get a foul here on this War Dancer? He might actually do it. Yes, he's going to go and do it with this lineman with the 0 SPP. Here it goes. And this is a good foul right here. I really like this. With all the injuries done against the Wood Elves, that, my friends, is choice. And he should be able to guarantee an armor value break. And he does. MNG Apothecary usage. And that will mean one less thing to worry about. Wood Elves are getting more and more deeper in trouble. And as I said before, it's going to be coming down to that coin toss for the overtime period. And basically, whoever gets it, I just don't see the Wood Elf stopping the offense of the Dark Elf team, and nor do I see that the Dark Elf team can stop the offense of the Wood Elf team. He's still going to get a bunch of players back in. He's going to still continue to have his War Dancer. There's 3 extra guys, and you know, chances are 50% is going to come out here for the KO'd bench. And so, well, let's say best case scenario, 2 of them is going to come back in. So he's going to still have his full complement, and I don't think the Dark Elf team can actually be able to stop this incoming touchdown if they are going to be drawn into overtime. But we're going to see about that, though. He does have a catcher here with that sprint, I do believe so. We're going to see if maybe the Wood Elves can cause pandemonium and make his one-turn touchdown. So the Dark Elf team definitely needs to line up in such a way that he's going to be able to prevent this one-turn touchdown try coming up with that catcher, with that sprint. Here we go. That's him right there. Fiamar. Better stop him, man. Dark Elf teams, really the best way to stop a one-turn touchdown is to get a bunch of your guys here in the front line, on the sidelines, everywhere, so that it won't be easy to get the pushes off. And if you really have high strength personnel, then that's kind of what you will need to do. And I don't think this is the proper position right here. That is not the proper position at all. So here we go. The catcher is going to be lining up on the sideline. Yes, there we go. He's going to put him right there. All he needs to do is get a couple of pushes. -1 in movement allowance for him as well. So he's actually going to have to get a bunch of pushes. He's going to have to get 3 pushes to get this touchdown here. So not an easy thing to do. But I think with the Dark Elves actually giving maybe one too many guys up front, this might not be too bad here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know. He could do it. He could do it. Oh, you're going to gain a turn. That's terrible. That's terrible for the Dark Elf team, so now it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if he can get this one-turn touchdown because he's got 2 turns. And so with the Dark Elves actually lining up all of his guys in the front, he doesn't necessarily have guys in the backfield. So Wood Elves are going to be able to just own the backfield and should be able to get a screen out here on this left side and should have a real good shot at getting a 2-turner here. Yes, he's going to go and get the handoff to this left side. Actually going to get the pass off. Why not, right? Get the pass off here to the left side and might be able to threaten. Should be able to get a nice screen here on the left side and threaten a 2-turner on this side. And wow, what a huge one here. That Riot Dark Elves lining up to prevent a 1-turn touchdown. And truthfully, I don't think he actually lined up correctly, but still, it is just an absolute barn burner at this moment. It's just the Dark Elf team is in tremendous trouble now after a nice little screen setup here on offense for this Wood Elf team. Holy crap. Dark Elves, my man. Dark Elves. He's going to get the hypnotic gaze, but right there, that is, I don't think that's it. Oh, Catboy paying the price. Death injury. Oh, I said he was a non-factor, but I take it back. I take it back. That tree, he's a factor. Dark Elf, so he's going to have to do something. He's going to have to get way in the way. He should still be able to get a couple of Dark Elves back here to maybe prevent this, but the Wood Elves has a tremendous shot at getting this touchdown coming up. He's still got a +1 in agility, man, right there with the 2 strength. So just in case this man gets a little bit trapped, no problem. He's got this man there. Trip skulls! Well, actually, not trip skulls, but both down and a double skull. So a reroll is going to be used. Holy crap. And it's going to be a stun here on this personnel there. Let's take away the skills real quick. And Dark Elf is going to be mustering up some sort of defense. Needs to stop this 5 agility man right here. So stacking up a bunch of people for this. And this might be good enough here. This might be good enough. But Eldritch Sidewinder coupled with that hypnotic gaze and another blitz. That's essentially like having 2 guys that can make the blitz. So here you can just blitz off one guy here, and then after that, hypnotic gaze the other one, and then that's it. That's all you need to do. So here we're going to see that leap. Yes, he's going to leap away, dodge away even, and he is going to get his guy to the backfield, give himself a chance to really be able to take the win. He's going to go and get the handoff. Oh, and this is why. This is the Wood Elves right here. This is why they have so much speed, and he himself has an extra agility, and this is going to be a 3+ pass coming up with that +1 in agility. Cold Stone Cold Ofe Moi Mao. He's going to be able to take this one away. 2-1 on that Riot. Holy crap, bunch of people there with +1 in agility. Humans, cheerleaders, what the hell. Whatever happened to race-specific cheerleaders. Nonetheless, that is it, my friends. Wow. And truthfully, that kill didn't even matter, but boy, what really mattered in the end was that Riot Dark Elves had it almost just about in the bag. Can you believe it? 17 SPP away for the Wood Elf team, and only 10 for this Dark Elf team in a big... I don't know about that. Oh, holy crap. Elf BS. Yes, that's right. You're right about that, Dark Moko. Holy crap. That's +1 in agility, man, in the backfield. I mean, like, you think the Dark Elves had it. You think he had it, right? I mean, look, let's take a real quick, again, a little bit of a recap at that last bit. It's just, he has so many weapons, and that's the Wood Elf power right there. It's just, he's got so many weapons to use here. It's just, how are you going to stop them all? And you think he's got him. You think the Dark Elves got him on the sideline. You think, okay, he's got the left side covered. He's got the middle pretty much covered up. And, you know, how's the Wood Elf going to score it right there? But it's just like, he's got it pretty much, right? But you forget about the guy with the +1 agility in the backfield, and then is able to just make his way and just, you know, 3+ pass. Boom. There you go. Let's go ahead and get to that last turn here. Holy crap. And let's take a look at that last touchdown right there. And truthfully, I wish I could just click on here and then it'll go, right? But no, it doesn't do it. You click on here and nothing happens. That's okay though. I won't fault them for that. Here we go, coming up, Wood Elves with the Dark Elf touchdown. 2-turn touchdown right there. Coming up. There we go. You think, okay, look, the Dark Elves in trouble. You just see all this noise here. You just see all this. Nothing but green for the Wood Elves, and Dark Elves, you know, they gotta hurry up and go, oh crap, we gotta stop them, boys and girl. Holy crap, and Cat Boy. Whew. Cat Boy. We'll see you later. Cat Boy. As you can see here, I mean, you're just not thinking about this guy right here. Look, he's all the way in the backfield like, oh, I'm nobody, guys. I'm just way back here. But look at how much Dark Elves had to cover. He had to cover this side here, and that was really due to the ride. He set up in such a way to try to prevent a one-turn touchdown, and I really don't think he actually set up, you know, perfectly. But still, I mean, he used the reroll there. But it's just, you know, you gotta stop this mess here. He gets the KO with the Witch Elf. You think everything's okay because that KO really helps out. So now he doesn't have anybody up front to help with the attack up front there. But there, he does have that +1 in agility lineman. And truthfully, I'm almost thinking maybe should have hit this guy. Should have maybe blitzed this guy instead. And then after that, you know, get at least one person to stop this. Because here, he has this Dark Elf there. And you're thinking, where am I going to put this guy? So he's going to put him right there. But instead, if you really would have thought about it some more, probably should be able to cover that. I mean, look, I would have missed that too. And, you know, announcing this game, it's just, how are you going to see that, right? But there, it's just perfectly lined up. I'm sure during the game, you're just thinking, boy, how's the Wood Elf team's going to get past this, right? You think, okay, is he going to be able to use what I said while I was casting game? Can he do the blitz here? One die blitz and get that off, and then after that, get the hypnotic gaze, and then be able to get a little bit of a space here, and then maybe dodge through or something like that. I don't know. I mean, that would have been a good way to go as well. Take root here. Wow, I didn't even notice that, but wow. He doesn't even need that. He's going to go and dodge away. And that, my friends, is the reason why you have a leap with the 5 agility. And look at that. How are you going to stop that? How the hell are you going to stop that? Look how much movement he's got, too. Look how much movement. He's got 7. And then it's just a 3+, baby. 3+ pass. There we go. Daedal. To the man sitting at the touchdown. 5 agility. That's it. Wow. I can't believe it. Dark Elves, you failed me. You failed me, Dark Elves. We're going to kill every single one of you and your close of kin. And that's it for the Champions Cup. That's it for all the games so far. We can take a look here. All of the games. Nobody else is playing. I believe we have one on Monday being played, and I believe we have a couple others, but I don't think anyone else had played here. Let's go ahead and check Cabal Vision and see if there's anyone else playing, but I don't see anyone else at this moment. Search for match. I don't see anyone else. And plus, most of these guys are European, so this is past the European time zone at this point. Nope. I don't see it. Yeah. That is it. So, hey, well, that's okay. Thanks for joining me, guys, for this cast. More replays, more coming up here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me here on Twitch as well as YouTube. You can check out some of the games there as well as checking out some of the other games I do, strategy, role-playing games. On top of this, been doing Blood Bowl for over 3 years, guys. Whew. And more to come. So I will have all the replays here on my Twitch, and we're just going to continue with the coverage. So check it out. It's just going to be on my videos page. Thanks, guys, for joining me tonight here. Champions Cup, Cabal Vision Champions Cup, the first of which, and a few more weeks of play left, and then I think Season 2 playoffs are going to start as well. So that's it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And until then, thank you again, and have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.